Underground passage. Power in the Black Marsh. Right. Ooh. Map is exactly the same. Always is. Well, everything gets reborn here. Not everything changes. So the previous work we did in scouting this area isn't gonna go away to waste. You know exactly where we need to be. We're missing something. Health boosting spirit. Where are you? Extra fast. Previous bucklers haven't been worth picking up. Harsh. I think this is a class item. Paladin only. Like this. It's a good shield though. Automatic resistances to everything. I guess that's the paladin's thing. A lot of defenses, a lot of resistances. Very hard to take down the guy, but that's not really the problem usually. Usually the problem is how can I effectively take down the opponents? Extra strong demon. Level 2. Our rate of fire on these spells is terrible. It's a huge cooldown. Right, we have to be aware of this. Point is, I can't just spam spells to kill something no matter how hard I will try. I have to, I suppose, be more selective in how I use my magical power. Maybe it's not the same with all the abilities. Well, we got a ring. That alone will make all this worthwhile. Ethereal. I'm not even gonna bother. Well, it's not good for me. But it's not gonna be worth a rare. Rare item is gonna be much more valuable. Probably better too. Right. This is not where we need it to be. That crossbow doesn't really sound too interesting. But it could be good for her. I have my doubts. The crossbow is probably a slower weapon. No, in fact, I'm not sure if she can use it. She had the bow from the start, even when she had no weapon, and she's not an Amazon. She's some kind of a NPC, so she might not be able to use it. Easy to test, I suppose. It's gonna be a good learning experience for us too. I don't want to have an archer with me all the time. In general, I think we're gonna go with the companion that Act has as mercenaries. Or we're gonna keep switching them up. We can get a fifth wolf too. Excellent. They're probably delivering most of my damage. The wolves are. So increasing their numbers even by a few should make a decent difference. It does have one benefit that might not be all that obvious. If we get into situations where we basically have to keep replenishing our wolves constantly, it's a big advantage if we have a sort of a buffer. So always there's a wolf or two that is free to attack, while the enemy kills one and I replenish them. If there's too few, they basically no one has time to do anything before they die. Plus 1 mana after each kill. Yeah, I'm not. Well, I might as well test this. She does have the attributes.
I can't use that.
Right. That's what I thought. Self-repairing shield. Plus 1 to maximum damage, plus 3 to mana. Durable ring. Terrible is better than I have currently. Lightning damage. No, I'll definitely keep the cold damage weapon though. The damage type is all that matters on that weapon. +1 to maximum damage. What we do? +1 minimum damage would be somewhat useful. It's more valuable than maximum damage increase. Well, there's not a huge difference. It'll all average out in the end. Right, it just per hit basis it's more reliable. You know exactly what you're gonna get. Low minimum damage and high maximum damage, and it's a crapshoot. Never know what you can get. I suppose it'll become increasingly irrelevant. It's important now when we don't have a lot of specialty damage or damage sources on the weapons. As pretty much the weapon damage and nothing else. Once we can increase those bonuses, put in some kind of elemental damage sources and that, the raw damage of the weapon itself might be a secondary damage source. Maybe even less. Like a minor fraction of the overall damage the weapon... ooh, that's dark wood. Fraction of the overall damage the weapon produces. Gems, I think, are a good example of that. I think it's chipped is the worst one. Then there's flawed, normal, flawless, and I think perfect. So there's quite a bit of growth on those, and every one is better than the previous ones. And currently, it's doing a handful of damage per chip gem. By the time we get to perfect, if we ever get to perfect, it's quite a bit of a damage increase. I suppose it favors small weapons. I mean, what's the point of having a large slow weapon attacks if most of the damage isn't gonna come from the weapon itself anyway? Might as well just maximize your number of attacks you can do in a time frame, and it's a much bigger increase in your overall damage and a few extra points from the base weapon. Right, we're done. Wasn't much of a passage. What were we doing here? Something about a tree. Go through the underground passage to the dark wood, search for the Tree of Inifus, and recover the scroll. Yeah, I have no idea how the tree and the scroll is related to getting to Tristram. Level up for companion. Socketed heart leather armor. It's only better than this piece of crap, but ethereal socketed cannot be repaired. It's better armor than that, and we could shove something in it. I think I'll change. I don't think
I'll put that to good use.
the companion will benefit from many of these abilities anyway. So for her, it's mostly just an armor. Also, I see some kind of a tree there. Tree of Inibis.
Good evening.
Oh, just crap.
This dead tree teems with energy.
Take the scroll of Inibis to Akara. No. It has to be the path forward in general. So I'm gonna take a closer look. And there's probably a waypoint here too. Waypoint. The Dark Wood. We need to report the scroll anyway, so... What is it?
Ah, very good. I have translated the runes on this scroll. You must find the cairn stones and touch them in the order that I have written.
Go to the cairn stones in the stony field. Touch the stones in the order found on the scroll of Inibis. Enter the portal to Tristram, but beware the danger that lies ahead. Well, I suppose we might as well. I just don't recall where the stones were. So. Foul Crow Nest. It's a spawning site for enemy creatures. Moldy Tomb. Seriously. Well, it's not like I have to do much here. Experience Point Shrine. I don't see a location here they could be, but this is the area. Did the stones just disappear? It's not here either, is it? Ooh, a ring. A ring is probably worth 1,000 gold, no matter how shitty the ring is. Wolf head, what the?
I am overburdened.
What a druid item. +2 to poison creeper, druid only. 2 sockets. I suppose we could wear it. It's weaker on defense, but the tangerine helm of charge bolt isn't doing anything for us really. Lightning resist 6%. It's not exactly great.
I'll put that to good use.
Right. So give me the goddamn cairn stones. Where are they? Is the southern area not the stony field? There they are. Fighting enchant. Wolf head, yellow.
Carrying
Chipped skull. Ethereal wolf head. Fuck you, game. Well, it might not be that bad. I mean, we're not going into fights, so even an ethereal item could last quite a long time. Better defense. Faster hit recovery, attack rating, +3 to Firestorm. We don't use Firestorm. Enhanced defense, energy, light radius. It's not terrible, but faster cast rate. Oh, that's actually very good. 6% extra gold. +2 to strength. Gigantic load of crap. Except the ring. I'm not sure if it really affects the cooldown of these spells, but this has a drastic cooldown, so even 10% should have a noticeable difference. Right. Find and rescue Deckard Cain. Piece of cake.
Ah, yes. Ruins. The fate of all cities.
Level up. Looks like 5 wolves is the maximum. Griswold, undead cursed. Yeah, the rate of fire on the boulders increased noticeably. So yeah, +10% faster cast rate. It's very, very nice. chipped sapphire. Sapphire is cold damage. Right, cold mana and cold resist. Nothing particularly bad about it. More of a... We don't really need mana. We need mana recovery, and that's skulls. So increasing the pool of mana we have isn't... well, it's not exactly a bad thing, is it? But if it's pool or regeneration, at the moment, regeneration seems like the more sensible choice. I'm not sure if that's going to last. The thing is, we can store a lot of potions. So... and our endurance, even with the regeneration, might not be all that high. So regeneration would be good in these general casual adventuring sessions. Are they good in beating bosses sessions? I think we're gonna have to use potions anyway. Who's regenerating you? Let me like this. Bird's body. Ah, Bird's leg. Bird was sort of a thief, I suppose, in Diablo 1. His leg is a one-handed club with 3 sockets in it. That's not the thing. It's used for a recipe to the secret cow level. That's what it's there for. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. It's just a map area that has herds of pole axe wielding cows, and you kill them. That's it. It's nothing amazingly special. It sounds more interesting than it ends up being, so I do intend to visit that, but how? We need to create a portal there, but I don't know when we can do it. I don't think I can go there now. It's either after I've completed the core game or after I've completed the core game and the expansion. It's an easy enough of a place to reach, I suppose. I can bitch about the game or compliment it while I'm doing that, so I suppose it doesn't matter. That'd be a good way to end the Let's Play anyway. Right, anything else of interest? Scepter. Don't really have a room for a scepter, do we? Plus 1 to resist fire. I hope that's all that's valuable.
Help! Deckard Cain, leave this place.
Visit Cain and Akara in the Rogue encampment. But looks like this place doesn't have anything extra anyway.
As a token of my gratitude, I will identify items for you at no charge. Regrettably, I could do nothing to prevent the disaster which devastated Tristram. It would appear that our greatest fears have come to pass. Diablo, the Lord of Terror, has once again been set loose upon the world. As you know, some time ago, Diablo was slain beneath Tristram, and when our hero emerged triumphant from the labyrinth beneath town, we held a grand celebration that lasted several days. Yet, as the weeks passed, our hero became increasingly aloof. He kept his distance from the rest of the townsfolk and seemed to lapse into a dark, brooding depression. I thought that perhaps his ordeal had been so disturbing that he simply could not put it out of his mind. The hero seemed more tormented every passing day. I remember he awoke many times, screaming in the night, always something about the East. One day he simply left, and shortly thereafter Tristram was attacked by legions of foul demons. Many were slain, and the demons left me to die in that cursed cage. I believe now that Tristram's hero was that dark wanderer who passed this way before the monastery fell. I fear even worse, my friend. I fear that Diablo has taken possession of the hero who sought to slay him. If true, Diablo will become more powerful than ever before. You must stop him, or all will be lost.
I never got the master plan in Diablo 1.
Yes?
Get the soul gem out of the head of another guy and then shove it in your own head. I mean, and it's not like it's a stone, it's like a sharp dagger-like crystal, so I just don't see how that's your plan A. Why not try to destroy it first or something?
You have risked your life to rescue Cain. For that we thank you. We must seek his counsel immediately. Good day.
Barbarian only. Iron Ring. Plus 32 to attack rating. Well, it's not bad. Faster block rate, increased chance of blocking, chance enhanced defense, or plus 3 to mana. 3 points in mana isn't gonna be felt. The extra block could be very useful. Plus 2 to energy. Also better than plus 1 to dexterity. Item cannot be traded here. Bird's leg, yep. Game is making a big deal out of it, so it's very normal. At the same time, you can't get rid of it. You either just throw it away or store it. I think you have to combine it with a town portal scroll. It's not. We don't have the cube we need to have in order to combine these things, so we can't even test it. It won't create the portal until it's time, but we could still test it if we have the correct recipe or not. I really don't see any point in trying to do any kind of real testing though. I mean, I'm going to check the runes anyway. I might as well check what the recipe for the secret callable is. It is this item and something else. I think it's a tumble scroll. hardly matters. Dark wood. No. Darkwood has a connection to Black Marsh, and Black Marsh is where we need to be.
I'll put that to good use.
Right. It's not a great bow that I gave her. It's still better than the shittiest bow in the game, so minor improvement. Doesn't look like this is going anywhere. Still, doesn't particularly matter. Just need to find the Black Marsh. I don't see it having anything to really do with what we're trying to do here. We need to go to some monastery. I don't see how a tower is connected to that, so it has to be a pretty pointless side mission. We'll have our mini boss, very likely, and extra loot. I'm not disappointed in the mini bosses so far. The one mini boss we've had. Mainly because she didn't do anything. Run around and resurrect weak undead. Nothing here. Although it looks like there's an area transition to the north of us. Nope. Chip done. Okay, this is the area transition. Black Marsh? Black Marsh. We're not really getting casualties. Companion got a level up. But yeah, we're dealing with these larger groups too without too much fuss. In the sense I don't really have to do anything. And the bigger thing is, I'm not really seeing casualties on our summoned creatures. So in that sense, they're performing better than I expected. They lack damage, but at this point, I guess it doesn't matter. Infinite stamina. Yeah, okay. There's no access there. Oh yeah. Black Marsh it is. Grey boots are ethereal boots. There's no socketed boots. No point even checking it out. I'm fairly certain about that. There's only the ones that the items themselves mention. So weapons, armors, helms and shields. We skipped a few places here, but I guess we got the most of things. Black Marsh will have a waypoint, but that hardly matters. We'll have entrance to the monastery and an extra quest. I'm gonna follow the road first to see where that leads us. Superior Wolf Head. +2 to summon Spirit Wolf. +2 to Raven. +2 to Poison Creeper. Suck it. They are using Spirit Wolves though. So what's the difference? We're not getting more Spirit Wolves, but we're getting more attack and defense on them. The damage is slightly increased, like 1 point per level. They're still weak. Oh, that's a tower. Forgotten Tower. Explore the cellar dungeon.
I can smell where this tower was abandoned.
Explore the cellar dungeons beneath the tower ruins. Scepter of nothingness. I don't think I want to invest anything into Spirit Wolves anymore. It just seems I'm not really getting all that much out of it anymore. Well, attack percentage, defense percentage is going up, but I think there are better places for us to put our points at this point. Right. Are we level 11? Alright, we can get the Carrion Vine soon. And the Fisher. I'm gonna stick on my skill point. We do want to take the Arctic Blast and the Cyclone Armor too, but I'm more interested in the Fisher at the moment. I need to be able to take the Carrion Vine too. The Poison Vine is pretty much redundant because we have so many Spirit Wolves. I'd rather take the Corpse Eater. It has its benefits. The main would be, I suppose, it to counter to some extent the Resurrector guys. If the corpses are being used up and destroyed, there's nothing to resurrect. Dark Archer. And some Blood Clan goats. Our target will not be on this level. You always get the quest notification. I'm not getting it. Damage charge. Fighting enchanted undead, and it was eaten in seconds. Level 4. Doesn't look like this is the correct level either. So, how deep is this place? Level 5. On the positive side, the levels themselves aren't exactly massive, so guess they're not really wasting our time.
I can't carry anymore.
You have room for a scepter. Sacrifice.
Stay a while and listen.
No. And to buy more temporal scrolls.
Greetings.
I hate to be in a situation where I'm in big trouble and then they run out of scroll suddenly. Worthless. 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 That's... well, amplified damage on striking, but 5% chance. Yeah, that's pretty worthless. And... worthless. Still by far the most valuable item of that group, so... guess the scepter wasn't too bad. The helm isn't exactly great. Poison creeper plus 2, do I care? We would be better off with any kind of a regular helm that has 2 sockets. Yeah, I think I'll sell this. So, 30,000 gold.
When I fled the monastery, I left behind the Herodric Malice, my enchanted smithing hammer. If you can retrieve it for me, I'll use its magic to strengthen your equipment.
Okay. We'll probably get magical boots and chain gauntlets. If we're getting new requires strength 36. If we're getting new items here, we can probably get new items from gambling. Look for the Herodric Malice in the monastery barracks. Beware of the smith that guards it. I don't think we're going to go that far. Black Marsh, Outer Cloister. It's not impossible. We're making decent progress after all. Dispose of the evil countess. Magical wolf head. Fire enchanted normal guy, pretty much. Yeah, color. Ooh, 2 rooms. Talon F. A lot of gold.
This tower has its charms.
It was quite a bit easier than I thought. That's a very good sign. It means I can rely on my summoned creatures quite a bit. It's going to be a wall where that's no longer gonna be enough. I don't think the first act is gonna have that wall. Might have a few tough spots, but we can push through. Even with a huge amount of gold like this, one half decent magical item would have been more valuable.
Well done, my friend. Courage and opportunity together have created in you a kind of alchemy. Good day.
Yes?
+1 light radius. +2 howl, +2 sword mastery, 1000 gold. -25% target defense, regenerate mana 15%. So 8th rune at least is very valuable to us even on its own. +75 poison damage over 5 seconds. Poison resist 30 to 35%. These are very nice runes. Required level 15, required level 17. Definitely gonna sit on those. +10% faster cast rate. Nice runes. Very nice. I suppose we do need to check the runes sooner rather than later, because for all I know, these two runes combined could create something meaningful. There's probably a level requirement to these. I mean the items included. So again, there's no immediate reason to take a look at those. Not really. What I need is to get the Black Marsh marker. Maybe even the other cloister, although I'm fairly pleased with what we did this time. We're getting into good speed. Instead of wasting a massive amount of time to do simple things, we've gotten into the rhythm of doing things. Okay, if I follow the road, I'm pretty sure I can get to the monastery. I don't really want to do that. So we need the waypoint here. Well, we don't, strictly speaking, need it. I'd like to have it. Okay, it looks like the monastery is to the north. So what's here? Wouldn't mind a level up either. It would get us to level 12. Another threshold level. Gonna need a better attack spell. Something with range. Something that doesn't have... I don't have to wait 3 to 4 seconds before the spell arrives where the target is. The boulder isn't bad, but it's makes supporting our own guys a bit difficult. Doesn't have the range, doesn't allow us to react quickly enough. Suppose it's good enough. very close to a level up. We're getting some kind of a summoning improvement and a new spell. Or 2 new spells. Do I want the Creeper? It probably would be nice, because we are constantly taking a little bit of damage. So the Creeper would counterbalance that. I wouldn't have to use potions to heal at all, at least in this regular adventuring situation. I think I'll settle for just finding the local waypoint. As we follow the road, we're gonna get to the monastery. That's gonna be good enough. Carrion Vine. Fisher. Sure, I want the Arctic Blast yet. You're going to have to take it. Fisher. It's actually a large area of effect spell, but it's unreliable. Seems to be random where it does the damage. Doesn't cost too much. It's fairly damaging, and we can. It's probably the better support spell. Because we can basically just put it on under our own guys. So if someone comes to melee them, I'll do damage and I'll do extra damage. The hole. And it's powerful enough for these guys. Free. I'll have to take a closer look. How good is the spell? Don't need to do that now. It's good enough. That's what it is. So this should be the monastery. It's Tamoe Highland. Oh, not monastery. Which means getting the waypoint here is all the more important. Where is it though? we've explored most of the area. Alright. There's no major area left unexplored. I must have skipped it. Like, it's could be here for all I know. There it is. Right. Okay, what do I want to complete the hole. I don't want to go there. Next time we're gonna continue to Tamoe Highlands and to the monastery. We have no... Ooh, an amulet. We don't have no additional quests here that we need to complete. I actually like the Fisher. The damage increase isn't too bad either. Duration seems to stay the same, so does the cost. So this is the first spell I see. I might be tempted to spend more points on it. The problem is I have no idea how long this will last. It's not gonna last unless I spend more points on it. It's not like it's a super good ability, it's just... It's a good combination with the summoned creatures. Oh, level 1. Right. This is a bonus place. I suppose we're looking for a chest. Plus we've got that Allen things. I like the Fisher. We need to get something else. Problem with the Fisher is, as with a lot of our abilities, is it doesn't seem to be a good thing to use against someone specific. It's like a minefield. It's area denial. Someone wants to stick his nose there. They're welcome to do it. They'll take a little bit of damage and cripple themselves a bit. That's it. Ooh, small shield. First aid item. Excellent.
Stay a while and listen.
Good evening.
Crap. Crap and crap. Extra crapness. Plus 9 maximum stamina. That is amazing. Yeah, I have 106 stamina, and stamina is worthless to begin with, so having a couple of extra points there, that's really gonna make the difference. It's still worth 1000 gold. Chipped sapphire. Single hit from a Fisher. I suppose that's the problem with the Fisher. It's not really the fact that it's a bit unreliable. because it's not supposed to be a single target spell in the first place, is that it's very hard to assess how good it is. Because while the damage doesn't appear amazing, it does move around back and forth constantly. So it's not like it can only hit you once and that's it. It can do a massive amount of damage depending on how many times it hits you. Also, not all monsters are of the same size, so creatures that move might get hit more often. Creatures that are larger might get hit more often. So it could be more useful than it seems. At the same time, could be is not a good reason to devote a huge amount of skill points to it. So I still think we want to take some of the skills that are necessary to take anyway. Test them out and Gem's Shrine, Float Sapphire. We have a Float is a step above chipped. And it's a decent increase in effectiveness, but it's not a massive increase. Just really want the chest. Nothing more. Another Geobone cap. Probably level 2 here somewhere. Shapen demon, and a single fissure crippled the entire group. Yeah, I like that fissure. It seems suckier than it has proven to be. I thought because of the random nature it wouldn't really do all that much damage, but it seems to do quite a bit. Rings, scepters, good loot this time, very good. Don't have a lot of room. Back for the rest.
Good day.
Today, very likely we'll at least have a replacement shield.
Good day.
Claw's Claw. Poison length reduced by 75%, plus 17 defense. Well, it's a better shield. Sort of. Oh, also, it's a 3-piece set. I doubt we can complete it, but at least there's hope. Poison length reduced by 75% isn't bad. Not bad at all. We just haven't really encountered anything that does that. But with 75%, I think that pretty much neutralizes 75% of the damage, even without resistances. So we don't really have to give a shit about poison with that. Six poison damage over 3 seconds. Maybe I should keep that. We can give it up later. And about 10,000 gold. Thank you very much. I'm not sure how levels affect finding set items, because this seems like a fairly low level set item. Poison Length Reduce is a nice ability, but it has very few abilities and the stats don't look all that impressive. Required level 4. So if I level up too much, I think the chances of getting a matching set piece is very low. Still, whatever. Very happy that I got that. Very happy I got that at this point. Later on, that I would never use that. Well, maybe not. The thing is, because of the type of character we have, armor class is not everything, so with us it might work. We're more interested in the special abilities the shield provides than the armor class provides. Still, no one here is using poison, so... I think that's it. We might miss something, but I doubt it's all that important.
Yes?
Really happy with what we achieved this time. Wonder how much our 18% better chance of getting magical items affected things. The thing is, I'm not sure how they affect things. Because each different type of magical gear has its own chances and I think rules. But 18% isn't exactly a massive increase in anything.
Greetings.
Still, an increase is an increase. Ooh. 5,000. Cold damage, resist cold, +1 might, +1 sacrifice. We get a new bow. Same bow, but with attack rating and cold damage.
I'll put that to good use.
Yeah. Cold damage means she might start freezing a target on hit. It's a single point in cold damage, but that's all that really matters. I'm not sure if there is a direct correlation between the amount of cold damage you do and the length of the freezing. There could be. Very likely that there's some kind of connection. At the same time, even a single point should guarantee that there's a possibility of being frozen. Ooh. Ah. Something interesting. Want to check our gambling options. Mainly, yeah. We have turbo boots and turbo gloves and turbo sash. They're not all that expensive now, so good time. Yeah. Defense 5. That's all this has. This has defense 6, plus 1 extra dexterity, plus 12 to maximum stamina, fire resist 10%, plus 1 light radius, repairs durability. So this is a piece of shit boots, but it's still better than what we have now. So, huge success on the upgrade. I'd like to see a belt and gloves too, depending on how much they cost naturally. Chain gloves, if I can get it. Ooh, double death. This has life and mana. This has faster hit recovery. I'll take the faster hit recovery. Also extra line in potions. Now give me chain gloves. There's no way in telling. Oh, we do have leather gloves and heavy gloves. I'll get heavy gloves. Plus 2 to dexterity. Well, they're still better. Right, not displeased in the slightest, and that's how I think gambling's well used. Other uses would be that we could check what the basic types for the other items in this set is and start buying those. The chance of getting something there is fairly small. Unless the gambling is affected by the increased chance in magical items. I'm not sure it is. I'll actually check it. The chance of getting what we would want is very, very, very small. At the same time, I think I'm pretty sure, yeah, there is a chance, but Flea claws. I would say we're not gonna get this item set unless we basically try to start buying them or grind some kind of low-level boss in hopes of getting more. We got something from the Baroness. So basically just exiting and going and re-killing her again and again and again and again. Not sure if it's worth it. It might be more worth it for the runes. We got 2 runes out of her, and we have gotten 0 out of anything else. So she could be a fairly good guaranteer of rune drops. But no, either way, I'm going to check if gambling is affected by the better chance and see what the pincers and tooth all these item sets are. I don't really care what they do. Even weak equipment sets are fairly powerful items, so I'm guessing it's some kind of a weapon, and the tooth is a weapon, and pincers. I don't know. Maybe it's a helm and a weapon. Either way, I'm going to try to get the rest of them, even if they're not all that interesting otherwise. Within reason, I'm not going to waste all my money, but we can throw away a few thousand gold here and there. So if the basic items are as worthless as this is, I think it was a small shield, so a couple thousand per attempt. Yeah, we can attempt quite a few times.